Good morning, friends, and welcome to Air to Earth Tarot. I am Ange, and I'm really excited to be reading for October. We're going to kick it off with Virgo, being that it's Virgo season. So happy birthday to all my Virgos out there. My brother's birthday is coming up. He's a Virgo. And then we're going right on into Libra season, which I'm a Libra, so excited about that. Okay, so here's how this goes. These are general readings for the month of October, okay? So if you're looking for September readings, being that we're in September, just check out my channel and you'll see all the readings for September. These are going to kick off October, starting with Virgo. So that's funny, smiley face on the desk. So these are general readings, and what that means is it cannot and will not resonate for all of you. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest behind. It's probably for someone else if it makes no sense at all, okay? But if it does resonate, it does make sense, then great. Also, check out your sun, moon, and rising signs, because some months my star or sun sign doesn't make much sense, and then I'll check out my rising, and it makes a lot more sense. My sun and moon are in the same placement, so it's only 2 for me. But if you have 3 different signs for each of those positions, then make sure you check out all 3. They'll probably resonate in different ways, or if one doesn't resonate, like I said, then the other probably will. So there is that. And yeah, if you're looking for any information on how you can book a private reading with me, where you can send donations, that kind of thing, check out the Instagram. It'll all be in the description box below, and as well as information on decks will be in the description box below, okay? So here's how I do this. We're going to do a 5-card spread. The first card will be the You Now position as you're watching this video, or in the very near future if we haven't quite reached October yet. So if you watch it a little bit early, just keep that in mind. You'll probably want to revisit it in the month of October. It might make more sense, maybe. Second and third card, sorry if you hear any noise, there's a garbage, why can't I talk this morning? Garbage truck coming down the street. So if you hear that noise, it'll be gone soon. Second and third card will be the action, the drama, the things going on in the month of October that you really need to pay attention to, that you can affect, that you can respond to in a certain way that will set you on a specific path, specific direction. So the things in October that you need to pay attention to. Fourth card will be advice from spirit, and the fifth card will be the probable outcome. Okay, so without further ado, let's get it going. Virgo. So let's start with the African American deck. What do we have for our wonderful Virgo spirits, guides, angels, and ancestors? What messages do we have for Virgo for the month of October 2020? What messages do we have for Virgo for the month of October 2020? What messages do we have for Virgo for the month of October 2020? There's also a man who must have been a really heavy smoker. You might hear him coughing. It's really loud, so I'm sorry if you hear that. And try and quit smoking, guys, if you do smoke. What do we have for the month of October 2020 for Virgo? What do we have for Virgo? Pray for messages of love, light, understanding, and clarity. Starting out with the 9 of Swords in reverse. What do we have for Virgo for the month of October, Spirit? Interesting. What do we have for Virgo for the month of October, Spirit? We have for Virgo for the month of October. Whoa. I'm going to take the first one that fell. Oh, that's two. Interesting. There you are, Virgo. Got the Hermit. And the Four of Pentacles. What else? What do we have for Virgo? The Moon, which was at the bottom of the deck when I was shuffling. I had a feeling that wanted to come out. Interesting. Pisces energy. It's funny, I had some really lucid dreams last night. And the Two of Cups. Ace of Pentacles in reverse at the bottom. Okay. Okay, Virgo. So I will clarify, but so far I'm getting a very you're being called to open up in October, Virgo. You're being called to open up. I'm getting a really like closed minded, but also closed heart is what I'm getting. Like your heart space may be clogged up in some way. There may be a situation where you are called to be more emotional than you care to be. I know Virgo is an earth sign. Virgo likes to be very rational. You like to handle things in a way that makes sense. You like to feel things that make sense. And that's not the way our heart space works at all. They're two very separate parts of our being, our heart and our mind. And I think that you, Virgo, prefer to be in your mind. Like I said, you prefer to be rational and sensical with your decision making. And something tells me that this is, we'll see more when we clarify, but you are feeling a lot of anxiety and just internal conflict as it pertains to something. And the way that you're going to give yourself some peace and clarity is through emotions, is through dealing with your emotions, very deep emotions, and giving some light to that other side of yourself. We all have the other side. Just because you prefer one over the other does not mean the other doesn't exist. Doesn't mean that it doesn't need to be fed, loved, appreciated, given a chance to express itself, that kind of thing. So I'm getting, let me just go in order. So with the Nine of Swords in reverse, this tells me that you are trying to find your way out of a space of discomfort, anxiety, uncertainty, right? So that's what that's telling me. As far as the occurrences in October, we have the Hermit and we have the Four of Pentacles. This is a very stingy energy. Be careful of it. The Four of Pentacles can act as like a little devil. Also, it can be, it's the things that we just won't let go of. And sometimes we don't even know why. So I see you possibly going away, going within for answers. The Hermit can represent that. The Hermit can also represent, and you know, it's a not pleasant energy that I'm getting these two cards together. It's just kind of like withdrawing, but it's more as a way to avoid a situation. So I'll see what comes out in the cards. I could give you personal advice where that's concerned, but that's not why we're here. So that's what I'm seeing here with the Hermit and the Four of Pentacles. It's just it's a stingy energy. It's a stubborn energy, fixed, stuck in your ways kind of energy in October. Advice, we have the Moon, which is gain clarity. Go with it. Excuse me. Go within, but go within for answers. Don't go within just to avoid what's going on externally. Use it productively. Use your internal space productively is what I'm getting. Like, seek answers within. The Moon is about clarity. The Moon is about duality. It's about deep emotions. It's about healing. So October, Virgo, could be a very healing month for you. Healing is not always fun. It's not always fun work, but it's the work that we need to do to be better versions of ourselves, to be whole, right? So we'll see. Like I said, we'll see. We'll see what comes out to clarify that. And I'm happy to see the Two of Cups in your probable outcome, which means that you have support around you. You have people who love you around you to help you through this month, to help you through October. Because like I said, this is not light. This is not a light energy. Healing is deep internal work that only you can do for yourself. But you do have support. And it looks like you will use that support to succeed in the month of October. So let's clarify. Let's clarify the cards on the table. Clarify the cards on the table, please, Spirit. Clarify the cards on the table, please. I will say as a warning, because at the bottom of the deck, not this deck, the deck that you guys can't see, but I always flip it over just to see what's under. It's the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, which is a missed opportunity, or not recognizing a blessing when you're given it, because you may be focused on other things, or you may be in a low vibration, which worry is a low vibration, anxiety is a low vibration. It's not that we should avoid feeling these things altogether. It's just that we shouldn't stay there because it is a low vibration, if that makes sense. So we want to try and get out of that anxious look. There it is again, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So just highlighting that message as I'm talking about it. Don't miss out on a blessing because you're being rigid. So let's clarify the Nine of Swords in reverse, please. So funny, the Emperor in reverse. That rigidity that I was just talking about is the Emperor in reverse. So just being a little too bullheaded, a little too stubborn, not seeing it other people's ways, or just not being honest about your ways and why you may be that way. Pause. Sorry, had to take a potty break. I will say this. Be careful of your what you're eating, Virgo. Be careful of what you're eating and pay attention to your digestion processes. Make sure you're regular. Odd, I know, but sometimes these things come through. Yeah, that's it. Pay attention to your eating habits and your digestion, specifically your digestion. Interesting. Okay, so we have the Emperor in reverse, clarifying the Nine of Swords in reverse. Yeah, that's just telling me that you are the architect of your own suffering, is what I'm getting there. That you're the one making this situation or this decision that you need to make, or this thing that's pressing on you in October. You're making it worse than it really is. It's of your doing. I hate to break it to you, Virgo. I know that's frustrating to hear, but that's what's here. Don't worry. That's why we do advice. All right. Why is the Hermit here? Why is the Hermit here? Six of Swords in reverse. Ah, that's that rigidity. And the Four of Pentacles. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Wow. Okay. Very clear messages for you, Virgo. Let me just get the spread out. Why is the Moon here in advice, Spirit? Why is the Moon here? High Priestess in reverse. And the Two of Cups. Why is the Two of Cups here? Why is the Two of Cups here? Hmm. Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, so you now. Both came out in reverse, so I'll show you upright. We got the Nine of Swords, clarified by the Emperor. This, like I said, they came out in reverse. So this is telling me that you are the architect of your own suffering, and if you look at it inversely, you are going to be the solution to your own problem. It's internal, Virgo. That's the main message I'm getting here. It is internal. The Hermit, the Moon, this message is all telling me like the answer is within. So the more you look outward, the more you try and explain yourself or your position, the more that you try to justify yourself. The High Priestess is here as well. I just thought about that. That's also a very internal, introspective kind of card. The more that you try to make yourself believe that the issue is outward, so another person, the situation itself, the circumstances, et cetera, et cetera. The more you focus on those things, the more you're going to suffer. If you look within and you start asking questions that pertain to you, why you see things the way you do, why you react to things the way you do, why you want the things you do, why you don't want the things you do, you know what I mean? Like that, those sort of introspective questions, those are where the answers lie. That's what we mean, because I feel like a lot of people say this, that the answers are within. It's not like rainbow mumbo jumbo language that doesn't mean anything. It's literal, you know, like if you have an issue, ask yourself questions about yourself. Be curious about yourself. Don't make it about someone else or something else that you cannot control anyway. That's what's meant by that. I'm just lighting some sweetgrass. It is getting really buggy out here. Okay. In the occurrences, we have the Hermit and we have the Four of Pentacles. This is telling me that you are going to go within, and it's going to be one of two ways. One is avoidance. Some of you are just not going to face the music. You're just not going to accept whatever responsibility is here or whatever is pulling on you to change your ways. Some of you are just going to resist it. And unfortunately, it may cause you to feel isolated, is what I'm seeing in the outcome. That's one way that this could go. The reason I say that is because the Six of Swords is here, but it's in reverse. The Six of Swords is about travel. It's about moving away from an undesirable situation, moving out of it, you know, the process of leaving, you know, but usually leaving towards something more positive. It's in reverse, which tells me that there's resistance here, Virgo, that you are not, that this is really difficult for you, that you're not really willing to leave a situation, to leave this thing that's making you feel anxious and uneasy, that you're going to sit in it for a little bit in October. And it's because you're holding on to something. The Four of Pentacles is about just not wanting to let go, that you see value in something and you don't want to let it go. And that's completely understandable. I can't tell you what to do. The cards aren't going to tell you what to do. But that's the energy that I'm getting. It's just a stubborn, rigid kind of like, I don't want change. I don't want to leave. The devil, you know, that kind of thing. It's funny I said that this is kind of reading to me like the devil. And the Two of Pentacles is about a decision. It's about a decision. It's about juggling a lot. It could be an anxious energy as well. So I'm not feeling too great about what I'm seeing here in the month of October, but it may lead you to clarity. I got the Moon card here, and it's clarified by the High Priestess, but she's in reverse. The High Priestess is highly intuitive energy. So these two together is a very spiritual, healing, feminine, for sure, feminine energy, creative energy. You may be getting funny dreams, lucid dreams. Pay attention to those, write those down, see what they may mean. You're probably right because it's your own psyche, right? So that's what the energy is here combined. The high priestess came out in reverse, which is telling me that this is tough for you. This space, you are a left side brain kind of person, Virgo. You, like I said, you like to see things make sense. You like to see the big picture. You like to get to the chase. You like to get to the results. You don't like going through the process of feeling and deep emotional healing work and all that stuff, but it is necessary for everyone. So the more you resist it, the more difficult it will be. Also creativity is coming to me as well. So the way, if you have trouble with these kinds of things, with expression and emotions, feeling them, letting them pass, expressing them, if you like anything creative, anything even remotely creative, writing, creating content in any way, YouTube videos, art, music, any of those things, dig deep into them in October. They're going to help you. This is an advice for a reason. They're going to help you navigate all of this, because I'll be honest, Virgo, I'm seeing that you're not great at it. You're just not good at this stuff. So, but you do have support. We have the Two of Cups in the outcome. We also have the Three of Pentacles, clarifying. This is about teamwork, working together. It came out in reverse next to the Three of Swords. So, which also came out in reverse. They both came out like this. So this is telling me that although you may have support, it may not help in the month of October. It may not help because this is just such a personal thing. So not that it won't help at all, but it won't be the thing that gets you through. You're going to be the thing that gets you through. Your proactivity. So I say creativity. Tap into your creativity and you'll start to see things moving in your favor. It'll take some time though. It'll take some time. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is not a celebratory kind of energy, but it's the deep work that we have to do to change and be better versions of ourselves. So that's what I have. Let's pull an animal oracle card to tie it all together. Change is good, Virgo. I got the Empress card at the bottom of this deck, which tells me that once you go through this, whatever decision you make, you're gonna want for nothing. You're not gonna want for anything. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good. The Camel, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. That's what I was just saying, that as long as you keep moving through, you'll get to the other side and it's gonna be better than where you are now. The grass is actually greener on the other side this time around, Virgo, but you gotta go through it. And something tells me there at least a portion of it you gotta go through alone. But I see really great things in the future. It's not in your present. It's not in your October. October, you're going through it. You're going through the motions. You're going through the tough internal work of change. But on the other side is pretty sweet. So just keep it moving, okay, Virgo? Get out of that rigidity. I really hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.